Hey guys, it's Kyle down here at Lunicycle. Today I'm going to show you how to clean the chain on any of our Talaria bikes. Talaria recommends you clean your chain once a month, and it's going to help keep your bike nice and quiet and also extend the life of your chain. I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the description to the products we use here. You can get a nice kit where it comes with O-ring specific cleaner and O-ring specific lube. If you're using a non-O-ring chain, you have lots more options and you can use much more aggressive cleaners. But if you have the stock O-ring chain, it is good to use an O-ring specific chain cleaner and O-ring specific lube. So one thing you got to remember, this is going to be a little messy. You do really need to protect your disc brake rotor from getting any of this chain grime, any of the cleaner, any of the lube onto the rotor. If you happen to get some onto the rotor, then all of a sudden you're going to need to buy new pads and possibly a new rotor. So have lots of rags, put down some cardboard, and then I actually recommend you wedge a piece of cardboard in between the chain and the wheel, just to be sure none of this gets over onto your disc. So if you prop this in between the chain, you can go ahead and apply this stuff. You do want to let it sit for a few minutes, and then we're just going to scrub it with a little brush, and then just wipe, 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 clean, 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 wipe, wipe, wipe. We're going to go ahead and speed this up because it's going to take a little bit of time. Oh, I do want to remind you, don't have your bike powered on. Don't use the throttle to spin this chain. Have your bike powered off and rotate the chain by hand by just spinning the rear wheel. Alright, so we've reapplied the chain cleaner about 2 or 3 times. We've also scrubbed it with a non-abrasive brush. You don't want to use a metal brush if you have the O-rings. If you're not using an O-ring chain, you can use a wire brush, and that'll clean this a lot easier. But as you can see, this chain looks great, and this is actually a fairly high mileage chain. If your bike does have a ton of miles, here at Luna, we'll put a link in the description. You can replace this O-ring chain for like 25 bucks. You can also get sprockets and the little front pulley for a very affordable price. If you feel like just slapping on a new chain or even changing your whole secondary drivetrain, we'll put a link in the description. So now that we've let the cleaner do its job, you do need to grab a few rags, and we're just going to start wiping this off as much as we can. We're going to go ahead and get our disgusting cardboard out of the way. And again, rotate this by hand. Don't even think of using the throttle. We're going to go through and just dry this off and wipe off any extra grease and dirt. You do want to scrub both sides of the chain, not just the pretty outside. And you want to get this as dry as you can before you apply any of the chain lube. While you're at it, you've already got a bunch of the cleaner onto your sprocket. You may as well clean the teeth on your sprocket a little bit. And if you're in a shop with compressed air, having an air compressor blow right down the middle will get rid of any of this grime. So once you've got your chain nice and clean and you've cleaned off as much of the grime as you can, don't worry, you're never going to get 100%. Now it is time to lube the chain. Again, O-ring chain uses O-ring specific lube. We use Motul here, or this one right here, PJ1 Blue Label. This is also a really good one. It's a little more expensive. You want to shake the can and apply as much lube as you can to the middle and also the outside. This stuff does have a drying time of about 5 to 10 minutes, so you don't want to go right immediately. It can help to kind of wipe off the excess off the outside, but try not to wipe off any in the middle. And now you have a near brand new chain, which will ride much quieter than a dirty, gunky chain. Alright, now we've got our chain cleaned. We've also added the O-ring to our gearbox, and you can spin the bike and see it sounds near new. It's time to get out there and ride.